Okay, I'm going to do another comic book review. Today I'm going to review Identity Crisis. This was a 7-issue series collected in a trade. This was around 2004, 2005. This was one of the first books I got. A bookstore was closing down in my area, and they had a bunch of trades, and I started slowly buying the trades of whatever was left, and this was one of the things I was so lucky to get it. The story, now, before I go on, this is a Crisis story. It's not like a Crisis story. Crisis on Infinite Earths, people sometimes put this up to it. It's not the same story. It's more of a... It doesn't have like a cosmic story. It's more of a... Let's see, I think... It's not cosmic. It has nothing to do with the universe. It's just kind of a story, a very interesting mystery story. And it all starts with that the main focus is actually a character who's very shocking and has a main focus because he's not that big. Is Ralph Dibny. I'm not saying he's the main focus, but he's one of the pieces that makes this engine roar. It's his birthday, and then you see him, and then you see a little moment with Green Arrow and Hawkeye. Green Arrow has a big part in this too. You see Sue Dibny, Ralph Dibny's wife. Ralph Dibny is a elongated man, for those of you who aren't completely sure. Getting ready, and all this is about to happen. She has a present ready for Ralph. Someone kills her, which very, very shocking in the first issue. And they have a funeral. But the one thing is the present that Sue gives Ralph, which I won't reveal. I don't feel like revealing because it's very, very, very powerful. It's a very powerful scene, I think. What it is, and knowing that she's dead now, it's kind of a... It's very moving. It's very sad what happens to him. What happens, and then you see the funeral. Ralph is crying his eyes out. He can't believe Sue's gone. All these heroes are around for the funeral. They have their moment. It's very, very, very sad. And then he wants to go after the killer, who he believes is Dr. Light. So he says to JLA, sends Santana, Hawkman, Green Arrow after to find him, and then they find him. Wally suspects something, so does Kyle Rayner. Wally finds out that years ago, Dr. Light got onto the satellite, which Sue Dibny was on. She would hang out on with Ralph, seeing as she was a JLA member. And he took her and raped her. After this, they had Santana magically hack his mind. They voted on it. It was I think it was... Let me see the little inner circle of people who did this. It was Hawkman, Green Arrow, The Flash, Hal Jordan, the Barry Allen, The Flash, the Atom, Black Canary, and Santana. They all agreed to do it. I mean, not all of them voted for it. Green Arrow voted against it. That's one thing I want to point out later on in this review. You see that once they do this, all he does... sorry, someone distracted me. So, they hack his brain, they make him I guess you could say a bumbling, like a failure. They make him kind of less intelligent or less dangerous than he would be, which makes sense. It sounds like the good thing to do. It sounds a little extreme, taking someone's mind and bending it and melding it. It sounds a little extreme, even for my taste. And, Wally West, who's the current Flash in here, he finds out Hal Jordan and Barry Allen are dead at this point. Just to point out, Wally West finds out, and he gets on Ollie about it, which to me made no sense because Green Arrow. I don't know where I am. Wally kind of gets on Green Arrow about it. Green Arrow voted against it. He should be angry at Barry. Barry's the one who voted for it. But anyway, Then you see this, and then you find out later on that he actually did this to Batman, and it forms some trust issues. As this is going on, the killer who killed Ralph Dibny is threatening to kill other family members of heroes, because this person somehow knows the identity. And in the process, Tim Drake's father, Jack Drake, is dead. Lois is being threatened, which brings Superman in the picture. He's not much of a character in here. Once Jack Drake dies, Batman feels for Tim, because Tim is now an orphan like him. While this is all happening, the Atom, who's trying to investigate it as well, he's slowly rekindling his relationship with his ex-wife, who in this book tries to kill himself, but he saves, and they kind of brings them together, and you see them become closer. They put everyone on this. It's once they find out who the murderer of Sue Dibny is, it's a shocker, because this person was believed to be trusted, and why this person did it, the motivation behind it is even more twisted, and you slowly see she goes insane. And at the end, Batman has adopted Tim Drake. Superman, there's a scene where Superman essentially goes to Smallville to see his parents. After all this, he just wants to see his family. He wants to know his family's safe. And Ralph Dibny, he, though isn't happy about it, he slowly has realized that Sue is gone. It's very powerful. This thing just really go. Now really on to the creators. The writer of this was Brad Meltzer. And if you ever see the cover, odds are I have the cover in the video, his name dominates about a good 4/5 of the book, which is pretty phenomenal. He's well known as a novelist. He's done comics before. He wrote some Green Arrow. He wrote the first 6 issues of the Justice League when they relaunched a new series into 06, I think, or 07. He doesn't write too many comics. He did a good job here. It was kind of interesting. I didn't see the twist. The characters he wrote were good. I saw the good. The story definitely wins over a lot of points. The art's done by Ryan Morales. Ryan Morales, I can recall he's... What I know is he's done Hawkman, he's done JSA, the JSA series. It's 2009 right now, but in 2010 he'll be doing the Next Wave comic miniseries with Brad Azzarello. I believe I've done a video talking about my expectations on that. Odds are I've done a video where I talk about my second opinion on it. Not yet. I'm saying stuff I'm planning in the future that I'll probably forget. But, I'll definitely... The art's good. It doesn't wow me. It looks great at times. Sometimes I just don't like it. This was pretty good. Buying this more for a story. It has no real effect on the DCU. The moments in it, Sue Dibny's death comes up in 52, I know. This really has a big deal. I would really suggest buying this. It's only $15 softcover. It's pretty average price, very not expensive for trade. So that's all I got to say, guys. Later.